Chapter 1. From a Chrysalis Comes Beauty. It was during the first few years of Twilight Sparkle's early years at Princess Celestia's school for gifted unicorns, when Princess Chrysalis arrived in Equestria. By the time she did, she was old enough to ascend to Changeling Queen, and when she did, she chose to form a hive in the Equestria Badlands. But this time she wasn't like she was from the show. This time she was a kind and just ruler, who being open-minded in everything. She was visiting the capital when she said as she noticed there were a lot of strange-looking symbols floating above each pony, but only one pony had the same symbol as the mare in the cloak. But this one was different than the rest. It was a stallion with a scar over one eye. I wonder who this could be. Could it be him? What is it, my queen? Asked one of her drones, who were like her under disguise. She of a noble unicorn mare, while the others were her servants, both in disguise and for real. They were currently in Canterlot City's marketplace when they spot an interesting stranger, but it appears that Queen Chrysalis was the only one who was seeing these strange symbols above the others' heads. The strange stallion was a unicorn with a red mane and tail, while a blue coat for his body. His cutie mark appears as a campfire. I'm going to check something. You all keep busy because I don't want to attract any unwanted attention from the city guards, but keep nearby, said Queen Chrysalis, before heading over to the strange stallion as he was working with a local blacksmith on some strange items. Excuse me, I would like to know what kind of items you're making. We're repairing some ancient relics, Queen Chrysalis, said the local blacksmith, who surprised the changeling queen in disguise.
Don't mind Soul Forger. She was born with a magical skill that allows her to see through others' disguises, no matter how powerful the magic user is, even if it's a transformation spell,
said the one with the scar.
My name is Pyromax, but my friends call me Max. Don't worry about us. We aren't rats, so you can relax. Neither of us will tell anyone you're here. In fact, I was told to expect you, but no idea what for.
So he's the one, but he hasn't told us about being tied together by fate, thought Queen Chrysalis before relaxing. Thanks. So I'm guessing you two know the one who the cloak is? Oh, you mean Chronica? Yeah, she's one of the 3 leaders of time ghosts, said Soul Forger with a grin. She is the only one who could move between realities and is on the Time Fixer's most wanted list. Time Fixer? Repeated Queen Chrysalis, who was curious.
So look, a group that is older than ours. They control the threads of fate, which is the most powerful sought-out artifact in the world. They believe time ghosts are parasites that shouldn't exist, and those whose timelines in history are altered, like them, are considered members of the group. So you, me, and Soul here are the ones in their eyes, though we only been helped by them but never recruited,
said Max with a sigh before turning to look at Soul.
I'm taking a break, so see you later.
Okay, said Soul Forger before Max leaves with Queen Chrysalis.
So, I never realized that I never believed that the in his face stuff. But until a couple of years ago, I lived near a changeling hive in what they would call the changeling homelands. But then my family was attacked by an assassin hired by the time fixers, and I was led to safety by one of their agents of the time ghosts before they could get me, and I was told that to hide here in Canterlot, which isn't under their influence.
Said Max while explaining it.
So how did you know where to meet us? I'm guessing Chronica, you know Chronica, but I mean, so she had something to do with you being here.
Well, do you see these symbols above the ponies' heads? If so, does it have something to do with me knowing about you all? Asked Queen Chrysalis, who was hoping to get to know more about this group.
Yeah, I can see them as much as you, and it's nothing to worry about. I think it was Chronica, but not intentional.
Said Max before turning to look at Queen Chrysalis.
Your symbol is a question mark. The symbols that we see shows their allegiance. If it's a symbol of a sun, it means one is loyal to Princess Celestia. So the symbol can mean where loyalty lies, but it can also be a sign of what lies in our soul. Yours means you still question what you are meant to be.
Wow, you're good, said Queen Chrysalis before deciding this guy was worth meeting. Many years later, after the events of the Canterlot wedding, but without the invasion going down, turns out that Max is the cousin of the groom at the wedding and manages to get an invitation despite never knowing the groom or the bride until now, and brought Queen Chrysalis, who he was currently dating, as his +1. Soul Forger was there just to offer extra weapons in case there was any trouble at the wedding, but they found the extra security was no longer needed.